Hey, what's up, everyone? So, something strange is going on with my father's phone. This was really weird. So, he thought he got a call from one of the, not the main boss, but the person that used to partially run the business. Now it's just one guy that's running it, and then he's now pretty much like does the paperwork and dispatches some loads. He's just a dispatcher now, and for his trucking job, and the main boss's daughter helps run the show. Well, not really. She doesn't really do anything, but she gets paid. But anyway, that's not important. Then there's the other dispatcher, the new one, who's pretty good now. And my father got a it had to be a fake text. So last night he was concerned and really frustrated with it, and that he got this text. He thought it was from his boss, or actually his the dispatcher. It's saying, "Where are you at?" And it was from his number. And he has his boss's names and numbers, and he has the numbers under the name, basically under the name of the person. And it texted. He had a text, and it said, "Where are you at? When are you going to pick up that load or whatever? When are you going to get there?" And then so, and then his, I'll just say the one of the bosses. I'll just call him one of the bosses. Texted him back in the middle of the night and said, no, he said, I am so and so. I'm in so and so, and he said I'll be there. I won't be there till later than I expected because he's felt really bad. He's been having a rough time, and not only with his diabetes and blood pressure, but the moods, anxiety, and it's been just not good. I'll put it that way. But he doesn't want to get any, he doesn't want to go to the doctor, get anything else, any higher anxiety or mood medicine, but he needs to, but he doesn't want to. But I'm not going to get into all that for this video. It would really help if he had the medicine increased, and it would also help to manage it. And that didn't help at all. It being in the middle of the night, and it snowed, icy everywhere, and he went through all that ice and snow from the Carolinas, and he was coming back, and he gets a text from the boss that didn't exist, but it said it was from the boss. This is one of the bosses. It said, like, "Where are you at?" And then he had called Daddy back saying, in the middle of the night, like 9:30 at night. They don't like being called at night. They don't want anyone to bother them, but yeah, that's the way they are. Especially the main boss. It's like, don't bother me. But yet, dude, it's like you're the boss. Like, they can just be scot-free and not be bothered when they need to be. But anyway, not him necessarily, but the other bosses that way. Bosses can be, they don't want to do anything for you, but yet they want everything done for them. But yet they want all the, they want to hold every little detail thing against you and not give you the raise or a raise or anything. But I'll explain all that in another video. Bosses can be crazy, I'll tell you. But he gets a text, and it's not him. He said, "I didn't text you." And he said, "I'm responding to you because you texted me." Daddy said, "I didn't text you." And he said, "So we didn't text each other, but we get texts from each other." So my father didn't text the boss, or one of the bosses, but yet he got a text from him, and he didn't text my father, but yet Daddy got a text from one of the bosses. So that doesn't add up. That doesn't make sense. Then this morning, he gets a text from my uncle, from his brother. It said, "Happy birthday." Well, his birthday was about a month and a few days ago. His birthday was in December. And then he gets a text that says, "Happy birthday." I mean, something's wrong. He's getting texts from family members and bosses that don't exist. That shouldn't be being sent. And either a hacker has hacked or something wrong is going on. But anyway, the story that I was trying to tell about the whole raise situation is he's supposed to, as a truck driver, get a half a cent per mile raise extra at the end of every 6-month period if there's no incidents. Well, someone in the parking lot, somehow or other, it looked like they took a ball-peen hammer to it and busted up the side of the truck, just the step. That's it. Just busted a hole in the step. That's it. The plastic part that is next to the metal step of the truck. Not even really that large, about 12 inches of this hole that got busted. And the main boss said, well, we're not going to give you that half a cent a mile, even though you've been with us for 15 years. We're not going to give you that half a cent. Well, actually, he's been with them for 9 years. That's right, 9 years. And he's like, 9 or 10 years. But he said, yeah, 10 years. That's right. We're not going to give you that half a cent mile, half a cent extra per mile. And he raised heck with him over that. He had a fit and was about ready to quit. And then later, the other boss called him back and said, we'll give it to you. But now he's frustrated to know that it's still on his record. They left it on his record. Another guy had a tire blowout, and they left it on his record as an incident, that it was his fault. A tire blew out in the middle of the highway, on the middle of the interstate. And a friend of his, this guy that works for them, and he's trying to quit and get a different job now. But a tire blew out on them, and this was at another company that he worked for, though, this other guy. He said the tire blew out, and they held it against him. They put it on his record. They put it on his record so he could not get benefits and get the benefits he needed in the raise. And this place, instead of getting instead of the 48, I think they would have started him out as 20. And it's like, what? He's like, no, that other guy, for driving a dump truck. I think it was like $48 per load. It's supposed to be, and they wanted to say, well, we'll give you 19 or 20. He said, no way. I mean, it's crazy the way these bosses do and the way things are. But anyway, why is he getting texts that shouldn't exist? And his boss is getting texts back and forth like that shouldn't exist. Anyway, peace. Signing out. Something crazy going on. There's definitely going on.